I got asked a question the other day by a colleague if they wanted to set up a meeting in Teams, how they can hide the attendee list, because to mitigate against any GDPR issues, because they wanted to invite internal colleagues to that meeting, but also people external to the organization. And it got me thinking, but I found a way on how to do this. Before I continue with this video, please like, subscribe and share. So I've got my Microsoft Teams open up here, the app version. I've got the calendar view opened up, and I want to set up a meeting for the 26th of May. So what you simply do is highlight where you want the meeting to occur. This is the way I do this, but there are different ways to set up meetings in Teams. So I'm going to set this up for 8 o'clock, double click here, and it will bring up this pop-up box, and this is where you add your detail to this about your Teams meeting. The first thing you would do is set up or enable this to say it's actually a Teams meeting. Then you'll put the title of the meeting here. You'll include all the email addresses of the people you want to invite to that meeting. You'll just check the date and the time of that meeting. You can change those details there. You can add a room or location, and here you can add a bit of information about that meeting. And if you've got an agenda, you can add it here at the bottom as well. So what we're going to be doing is here is the invite required attendees. This option here, the response options, you can select that, the down arrow, and what you would see there from this down arrows is this pop-up box appear, and in this pop-up box you got some sliders: request responses from your invitees, allow forwarding, yes, hide attendee list. Currently that's disabled, so those attendees, when they get that invite, they're able to see who else has been invited to that meeting. What you can do here is slide this, enable this feature to hide the attendee list. What that would mean is those people external to the organization won't be able to see each other on that list. However, they will be able to see the name of the person who's organized the meeting, who scheduled the meeting, and the other co-organizers to the meeting. And those co-organizers, 9 times out of 10, are people who are internal to the organization, and that's absolutely okay. So, but they won't be able to see each other's because they are external to the organization. What you will also see here is you'll be able to add optional attendees as well, so you can add those colleagues in there as well. Up here you can have this meeting, so it's a series of recurring meetings. You can set that up, and when this meeting is happening, you can change this drop down list to say you are either busy, tentative, working elsewhere, free, so on and so forth. And there are other options that you can change. Another option I wanted to show you is this option here, which is options, the online meeting options. If you click on that, it will open up this pop-up box here, and you can just double check the access to the meeting. Who can bypass the lobby? Do you want people to bypass the lobby? Yes or no? Who can admit people from the lobby? So on and so forth. You can change those options. You can change the roles. You can add co-organizers here. You can change who can present here, so on and so forth down here at the bottom, and other camera features here as well. You can change participation features, co-pilot, and other AI features as well, and accessibility, especially for inclusion, you can change here, but make sure you click on apply there as well. Once you're happy that you've scheduled your meeting, you just simply click on save, and that invite, whoever's on that attendees list, will get an invite to your meeting. I hope this video has helped you. Please like, subscribe and share.